It's getting old, but we're still walking. That's good. But he's not too old to get on the stage and rock and be a comedian and be an all-around great person. Please give it up for Mr. Richard. Richie.
Yes, indeed. Here we have arrived in your fair province, Toronto. Bobo!
Yes, sir.
Toronto.
Remember when we were in Vancouver and you were confused by what the province was?
That was Vancouver. This is Toronto. Different deal. Now I get it. Now it makes sense. Bobo!
Richie.
Toronto. Your very first ever supernatural convention. We're going to try that again because I ask only one thing of you people, only one thing, and that is this. When I ask you a question and the answer is in the positive, the only acceptable response is a blood-curdling scream. So let us try again. How many of you are here at your very first supernatural convention? Well, it's good to have you here.
That was Spanish, right, Rich?
See, because the other national language of this Canada is Spanish.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
It's actually French.
It's a head. You're on fire today, Bubba. Bubba, the Canadian Thanksgiving. Bobby told me the whole thing about Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Kids on fire this weekend. You know why? Bubba!
Yes, sir.
Toronto.
Yep.
Bobo and Toronto go together like toothpaste and peanut butter. They are siblings attached to the hip.
Yeah.
Truly, truly joined, conjoined. I can't think of you without thinking of Toronto. You know what Toronto doesn't really have?
What?
A T in the middle. Turns out if you say Toronto, you are not from here. You gotta say Toronto.
Is that right?
Yeah, if you say Toronto, you out. They'll tell you, they'll tell you what's it's all about. They'll say, let me tell you what it's all about. You don't say the T. And you go, well, I just heard you say about, and you said the T pretty succinctly, and I can hear it. They're like, yeah, that's the word about. That's not the word Toronto. I said, well, if you're going to say Toronto with no T's, isn't the city actually called Orano? Like if we're going to ignore T's, shouldn't it just be Orano? Shouldn't it be Ma Cohen? I mean, if we're going to eliminate T's and everything we say and do here, let's make a choice. I think life is about choices. Not the right choice, not the wrong choice. Lord knows you and I have only made wrong choices our entire lives.
That's true.
But one thing we've done, I think correctly, is acknowledge every letter of the alphabet. We don't ignore the letters and rub us the wrong way. Otherwise, no W for this guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're damn right we don't.
I've had it up to here with the W, but I embrace the W because it's in the alphabet. Like the letter T. So when you have a word that has a T in the middle, and you say, oh, we're from Toronto, and they chastise you for being a tourist, or as you would say, an tourist, because all you did was say the T. Well, it's right freaking there. If you don't believe me, believe the podium. It's not a podium, it's a lectern. That's right, thank you, Ghost of Mark Shepard, it's a lectern. Or as you would say, a lectern. I don't get it, I don't understand. was due. So, we want you guys all...
Lucky for you, Billy doesn't speak Pig Latin. He would be so pissed right now.
Here's the thing. We want to bring people together. We want communities from various walks of life, from various inspirations, from various socio-economic backgrounds, from various parts of the spectrum of sexuality to all get along together because we are the supernatural family. That is what we are. We do not differentiate between what you do, where you live, where you're from, or who you love. We are for it all. And for all of you getting along and coming together in this universe and sharing a collective passion for a show that you've kept on the air for 13 freaking years. We're all about keeping our spirits together and doing this in the correct way and bonding with you and bringing those spirits together. And I think, and this is just one man's dream, a simple man, attractive? Oh sure. But just a man. Just a simple man wearing khakis. Khakis in a dream, I call it.
That's the name of your book.
One dick, one khakis, one dream. Here's my dream. That like the peoples of the world that we bring together through a television show, we can bring a nation back to love the letter T. I want to see this culture embrace all the letters of the alphabet by the time we leave here.
And not just Toronto, but all of Ontario.
Yes, Ontario needs to go with the program too. All of Canada needs to start appreciating the middle letter T. Why are we making it stand out and feel weird? I'm so sorry, T. You know who doesn't appreciate this kind of crap? Mr. T. He's had it.
It's true. Because if Mr. T came to Toronto, he's just Mr.
You know, you go to a restaurant and you're like, I'm really hot. I'd like a refreshing iced. An iced E. Doesn't sound right. Is that right, Robo? It's a letter. It deserves to be loved. It deserves to be caressed and embraced. So this is my goal this weekend. Toronto. Is to be sure that you people embrace your inner T. Because it's right there in you. You own it, and I'm here to help you bring it out. And doing that with me, playing along the soundtrack of your life is Los Angeles indie sensation, Loud and Swing. Musical genii who have gathered together their collective talents and created a band, and this band is playing music for you this weekend, all weekend long. Not just here, but tomorrow night they move from that part of the stage to this part of the stage, and they play an event called the Saturday Night Special, which is not to be missed. So let's meet the boys in the band, shall we? On the drums, I'm going to say it in your language you understand. Stephen Norton. I didn't want to confuse you, Steve. On the bass guitar, representing the latest in robotics technology, a man with more relatives in this town than we have guests in the convention, Robot Michael Borja. There's not a damn thing I can do. My hands are tied. I said it's a family show. Let's bring people together. And he says, silently with his eyes, no, let's rip them apart. Let's destroy hearts and marriages alike. I can't help it. There's nothing I can do. I'm a gift. It's not. It's Mayor is what it is. But hey, it's what I got.
That's what you got.
Bravo.
The T bit always works.
I thought it was a good tee off. Ho!
Hey.
Well done, guys. I like the way you did it in a row and not together. So I say we go ahead and start the show.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just, doink around and not start the show, but why do that? Let's give these quality people some quality entertainment.
Let's start off with a bang.
I mean, why not? We should do it.
This guy coming out right now. You nailed it with the jump, though. The jump was perfect.
Well, it was good. Yeah.
So Julian used to come out, we'd be playing that song, he used to come out and just go right away, just jump.
I get so excited being on stage with the boys.
We understand. We're excited about your beard. What's going on there?
It's, well, you're in Canada. This is the Wolverine look.
Well, there you go. So if that's the Wolverine look, then what is Billy? Grizzly bear?
It's terrifying. I knew I was going to be on stage with you guys. This is 10 weeks worth. and like, you went to sleep last night. Right, it was like...
Yeah, Billy was baby face before lunch.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, Julian, is this your home? Are we in your home city?
Yes, of course. It is. This is my hometown.
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
We are here.
We are.
Out and about in Toronto.
We're out and about in Toronto. And so you know he's a local.
Out and about in Toronto. Out and about in Toronto.
Out and about.
Okay,
We're going to get out to the stage.
Cheers! Thank you. Hello! So good to see you. My goodness me. Well, how many Canadians do we have here? How many folks from the US? Hey, welcome! And folks from way away. Anybody else from different places? It blows my mind how many diverse folks and countries are represented at these conventions, but this is such a thrill for me to be in my hometown, so it's great. And I came all the way from Dufferin and Queen. It took a long time, and I was here an hour early, just walking up and down and walking up and down. Hello, I'm Julian. Hi. Give everybody a nice, polite Canadian welcome. So, I'm Canadian, so it's very exciting. So I'm a newcomer though. I came in 1980. I came on tour with a theatre company, and I fell in love with Toronto, and I fell in love with a Toronto girl. And so I've been married and living in Toronto for 35 years, I think. So my kids are Toronto kids, and anyway, so that's my sort of, and then, but by being in Toronto, it means that I go shoot a lot of stuff like Vancouver, Supernatural, and East Coast, and Winnipeg, Calgary, and stuff. So, yeah, I can't see you, you're blurry. Now, you might not recognize, see, I'm doing this in sections. I got a beard, and now I'm putting on glasses. So I was worried, there you are! Hello. Now you know that it really is me. Yeah. All my American friends, when I go down to the States and I do a convention, they all sort of look at me and they go, it's really weird here. Sorry about, and everyone's rolling their eyes and talking about governance and stuff. And I said, it's fine, we knew about Rob Ford. We're used to all this stuff. So it's very, very interesting times, but great being here. And I've just come back from Montreal, where I've been doing some stuff. And yeah, we've got some Montrealers here. Yeah. That's the exciting thing for me as a Canadian actor, is to sort of see the film industry not just being Vancouver and Toronto, but it's spreading within Ontario up to Sault Ste. Marie. We were talking this morning about Thunder Bay, then there's the East Coast, and there's Winnipeg, and there's different places. So there really is a film industry here. When I first came in 1980, I guess it was Toronto the Good, and I've been participating in its downfall ever since. And like, there's Sunday shopping, and bars are open, different hours, and all sorts of things are happening. But it really is a changing, evolving city, and it's great being here, great being a Torontonian. So I won't keep going. There's some folks lined up, and I'll get you to ask questions. I won't guarantee that I'll be very good at encyclopedic supernatural information. I'm kind of shady sometimes, but never mind. We'll see what I can do. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Thanks for being the first person.
Thank you for being here.
I came a long way. Exhausted.
So this might be the most important question you're asked all weekend. What's your favorite Queen song?
My favorite Queen song?
Yes.
Well, I guess it's got to be Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, I think with all of us, it depends when we saw a particular song, or that video for Bohemian Rhapsody was so amazing when I saw it, and it was the first of its kind, so that was good. I saw Queen in the early days. They were the support band for Mott the Hoople. Mott the Hoople were at the Oxford Youth Theatre. Oxford is actually the town I was born in England, and I saw them, and they were, and I'd never heard of them before, and this guy, I was going, who is this guy? Freddie Mercury, and they were amazing, and they kind of stole the show. But anyway, so that's my Queen story. Anything else?
What's your favorite dinosaur? If you're asking me to ask you questions.
Well, because I live in Toronto, it's got to be a raptor, hasn't it?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for being our first person. There's folks over here too. Hello.
Hello.
I'm trying to be very statesman-like. I normally get all jiggly and bouncy and stuff. I'm trying to be very. Hi.
Hi. I love your accent, by the way. But anyway, I'm asking a question on behalf of my daughter. She's too shy to come up by herself.
Well, oh.
She's over, that's her.
Hi. Hello.
She would like to know if you are coming back this year in the alternative universe as Death.
Well, it's a good question. I honestly don't know. The way I look at it is, in the world of supernatural, anything is possible. So, let's hope! Who knows? I'm a character actor, so I'm very realistic in my expectations. So, if I do something that suddenly catches fire and is very exciting, of course, I'd like it to develop and extend, but at the same time, I do recognize too there's kind of over arcs of shows that are important to maintain, and I'm very philosophical. Like, I don't kind of go, oh, when are they going to bring me back? Or, I don't bank my career on certain things. And I get out, and that's why I look like this. I'm doing a particular role in a show somewhere else, and I just get out and about, and I do what I do. But Supernatural, I have to say, and I'm not just doing this for your guys' benefit, is a very special show, as you all know, and I'm proud to be part of it. Thank you. Thanks. Hello.
Hello, Julian.
Hello.
So my question is, in regards to Death's entrance,
Yes.
he's walking down the street being a badass. A guy bumps into him. Death does his slow motion brush on him
Yes.
off, and the guy dies within 2 seconds.
Yes.
So does the guy die because he touches Death, or because he doesn't apologize to Death?
Wow! This is amazing, So there's me on set going, okay, I've got to get out of the car like this, and I'm worrying about all this stuff, and I'm thinking, oh God, okay, I've got to walk very elegantly, I've got to do all this. And this is my inner monologue. And then it gets shown, and then I get asked questions like that. You know, this is an amazing business that I'm in. But it's a good question, seriously. And those kind of questions really point to the fact that the scene really worked. And I think that the reason the scene worked was a number of things. It was the soundtrack, which really created the mood. And also the way that it was filmed with the kind of like, it was kind of herky-jerky, and then it was slow, and then it was quick. It put you all off. And so you said I was walking down the street being a badass.
Yes.
It's funny that now a lot of people have said that, and they've got to say, Death is such a badass. So I'm kind of, this is a roundabout way of answering your question, is that when as an actor you play a role like Death, it's very important that you don't kind of go in, I'm a badass. I'm a badass. You better get out of my way, buddy. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you're focusing on being a badass, you never are. You have to sort of focus on something else and let everybody else make that decision for you. So really, in my mind, I was just thinking, well, I'm walking along the road here. This is very nice. This is very nice. Excuse me, that rude gentleman just interrupted my thoughts. He's not even saying sorry, goodbye. You know what I mean? That's sort of like, wow, that was my inner monologue. There you go. So, and just to develop what your question a little bit is, I think that the beauty of the way that my role was written for Supernatural is that I actually played not being bad or fierce or tough or any of that stuff, but I played going, I'm hungry, I like the look of that pizza. And so often, if you're focused on something else, you actually come across as being much more menacing. Do you know what I mean? Like you're actually playing the opposite of what people are expecting.
Yeah.
And thanks to Jensen and the way that he played the scene, the anticipation was there, and he knew what I was there for, and he was playing that, so I didn't have to play it. I just had to play it going, hello, nice food. You know, that sort of thing. And that makes me even creepier. You know, so, well, badasser. If there's such a word. Badass. Badass. Awesome. Anyway, it's a great question, thank you. And thanks for paying so much attention. Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Over here.
Hi, Julian.
Hello.
Lovely to meet you. I actually had a very similar question as the previous asker.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to follow up with something a little bit different.
Sure.
Yes, it was the most badass entrance I have ever seen. So yes, you are badass.
Badass.
My question is, you mentioned playing against Jensen and sort of playing up that bouncing back and forth to figure out sort of what you're going to react as off of him. How much of the character Death is actually just the writers, and how much is Julian's input? Like, how much of yourself did you actually
it's a great question. So to answer you, it's a bit of all of those, right? And sometimes, so I'm a character actor. That's what I do, and that's what I do best. And I'm a very specific thing. I was saying to folks earlier that I feel like I often will bring a primary color to a show or an episode where the leads who are there day in, day out, week in, week out, carrying the brand or the story of the show, they need more stuff coming at them, right? It's up to me to provide that, okay? So a lot of that is me, who I am. I can't help, I perform in a certain way. I have certain instincts that I have to just trust and I have to do. But then there's the script, so I can't just kind of go, well, I think that I should be doing this, the script is obviously the parameters that I have to work within. So there's a bit of give and take. And then there's the other factor too, is when a guy like me walks onto a set, and I work with an actor like Jensen, who has been, I think the time that I worked with him was season 5. So he was, first work with him, so he'd been doing the show for over 5 seasons. So I mean, he is established and seasoned and knows exactly what he's doing. So a character like me is at the mercy of that actor, whether they're generous, whether they have a set idea of how they are going to react or how you're going to react. Sometimes I'll go to a show and the actor that I'm with will say, no, I don't do that, you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like there's no room for collaboration. But I got to say with Jensen, the opposite, where he's very much there for you as an actor, and he's playing the scene, and he's trying to make the scene play well and sing like a good song rather than impose his own idea of what it is. Because he's smart, he knows that it will be better if he plays what's written. So a lot of it was just us taking the script and that great idea that death really likes junk food, which is kind of like a funny idea that the most powerful person in the universe has a secret vice. You know, it's a great idea. So we just took that notion and we played it. And it was as simple as that. And then Jensen really played being scared of me. He didn't kind of, you know, sometimes you'll be in a show and you'll watch the lead and they're apparently in danger, but you know they're not. You know what I mean? Like they're sort of sending winks and nods to the audience going, you know, I can deal with this, don't worry. We'll come back in 20 minutes and you'll see me whip this guy. You know, there's those sort of like little messages going out sometimes. Not with Jensen, not with Jared. Like they're very much committed to the show and to the different arcs and tropes of the show. So it's and I've said this before. They're good actors. They're great guys, but they're actually they do their jobs as actors, and that's great. So that's sort of a long-winded explanation.
It was perfect and very badass.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right. Hello. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
First of all, I just want to say that your panels are always so much fun. This is my second convention, and
Great.
my first one was in Nashville, and your panel was one of my favorites.
All right. Oh, I've got a lot to live up to then.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
My question actually is, what scene did you film that you had the most fun with filming for the show?
Okay. Well, the most fun, I guess. So I loved those the ones that we're talking about actually. The one in the pizza parlor and the first one where my introduction. I love those, but those were my first days on set. So I got to say, as a human being, I didn't love them because I was terrified. Right? and in that first scene, the one with the introduction of death, the big thing was that I had to drive the Cadillac. Right, and the transport guy said, that's okay, you just get in there and then you go there and you hit your mark over there and there's a bit of tape on the floor and you put your left hand tire on that tape over there. Well, you know, that Cadillac was like a boat, right? And it was like, you know, you do this, nothing happens. So I was terrified. I was terrified of hitting the camera crew. I was terrified of hitting the equipment, just looking stupid, stalling the thing and go, oh, sorry, try again. You know, so I was very nervous, even though, you know, fortunately with the editing it doesn't look that way. But so the most enjoyable one, I guess, was probably the pickle chips. I had a lot of fun, and it was such a crazy idea. Like, I'd never heard of pickle chips before. And they were great, and I kind of enjoyed them. And everybody was, by that time, the character of death had caught on, and the crew got it, and they understood it. And so I had a lot of fun on that particular episode. Not that I didn't on others, but I think by then I'd hit my stride.